following program was produced by a community producer. The content, views, and opinions expressed are the sole responsibility of the community producer and do not reflect Malden Access Television, the City of Malden, or your cable provider. MATV welcomes your comments. Call us at 781-321-6400 or email us at access@matv.org.
Good evening, Malden, and welcome to the Malden Zone. My name is Gary Christenson, and tonight, thankfully, I'm not the mayor, but rather I'm a host of one of the greatest shows, I'm told, around Malden, here in the Malden Zone. Now, they told me back when I was elected mayor that I reached a milestone, but I also think I reached one tonight, joining the likes of Joe Paniadosi and Ed Lucy and Fran Matuccio as a host of this great show. And tonight, very honored to be joined by a number of guests. Most of them are owners and part of businesses here in Malden. I know a lot of times people say that it's very difficult to get information and they're not sure what's going on, but not tonight. Tonight you are going to hear about all the great things that are going on here in Malden. So our first guest is a newest restaurant here in Malden, and the owners are John Cagno and Rich Bransfield, and together they own Fiz-Eds. So welcome to the show tonight, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, glad to have you here.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the new restaurant, how things are going. How long has it been? How long have you been open now?
We've been open 4.5 weeks.
Okay, and what's the location for the audience? just in
Location
case?
is 142 Pleasant Street.
Which is the site of the former honey.
It's a former Honey Fitz.
Okay.
Yeah.
And tell us what you did in there, and what was the amount of the investment, and how are things going? Or you don't want to say the amount of the investment.
Yeah, we don't want to divulge it. We like to let people think about what
Right.
the investment was,
Right.
because I think one thing you'll see when you do walk in there is it's a completely different makeup of what used to be there when it was the Honey Fitz. We have redone the bar. We have a new 48-foot mahogany bar. We've done all mahogany woodwork all around the wainscoting all around the entire place. Redid the floors, all new furniture. New tap system. I think anyone that had been in the old Honey Fitz will see that the new Fiz-Eds is a completely different place. It's bright. We've opened up some windows so people can see in and let a little sunlight in. And so I think when people come in, they're going to see that the new Fiz-Eds is a pretty nice place to be.
Yeah, and that was my impression. I think the first time I was in there, I felt like I was in Boston. It had that open feeling to it. Loved the brick. And I just loved being able to really move around, and you're not really confined to any one space. You can go from here to there and feel like you're in another part of the restaurant. So and that's the reviews I guess you're getting as well, John, so far?
Yeah, absolutely. What we had when we originally took over was something that felt like 3 rooms in there, and what our intent and goal was to go ahead and make it feel like one continuous large room. And we were able to pull that off by removing some walls, opening up some other walls, and kind of having that flow go from one side to the other, where it doesn't feel like you're in 2 places,
Right.
but it feels like one large place.
Okay.
So with that in mind, we reallocated or redirected where we were going to have our entertainment. In the past, it was way in the back, tucked away where there were a lot of blind spots. So I'm not sure why it was that way, but we decided, hey, we wanted to put that up front because really our format is about fun and
Right.
entertainment. So you walk in, we have a large stage area We feature live entertainment,
Right.
Saturdays, live entertainments on Fridays as
Yeah, I
well.
was going to say, what makes your place unique, I think, is you have dueling pianos. I saw this weekend you have a DJ versus a drummer. Can you talk
Correct.
a little bit about that?
Yeah, this is actually the second time we've had him in. They actually play up in Salem quite a bit. So what it is we have a DJ that comes in and plays, but the drummer plays to the beat of the music. So the drummer really doesn't know what the DJ is going to play,
Yep.
and he just picks it up as he goes. You know, the lights go down. He's got spotlights on him. He's got long hair. He puts water on himself, and
Yeah.
does this whole theatrical
Yeah.
performance. But it's really, really impressive, and I really urge people to come out and see him because it's like nothing you've ever seen
Great.
before. So.
Yeah, and I encourage everyone, if they haven't, to get down and visit. I know one of the long-range goals of the new business is to possibly link up with the baseball Field of Dreams, where if the baseball park were to become a reality, you might do something out back where patrons will be able to go out and watch the game and enjoy a little dinner. And is that the
Sure, that is actually the long-term goal. We want to have a rooftop deck there, which we're not exactly sure what the capacity would be out there, but it has unbelievable views of Boston, the skyline, and then once the ball field is built, it'll actually have a peek at the ball field as well. So we want to play that up. One of the reasons the name is Fiz-Eds. It ties back to Richie's background, as well as, hey, not making it a sports bar per se, but something that can kind of connect with kind of the sports that are, in Malden.
Yeah.
So one of the big surprises for us in this was when we first came out of the blocks, it was really about entertainment
Okay.
and fun. We feature food as well, and the food has been unbelievably well received.
including the black bean burger?
Including the Mayor's Black Bean Burger, right? Absolutely. And you'll find that on our menu.
Yeah.
We're expanding the menu. The new menu will be launched the end of next week. We'll have specials. We'll have specials for lunch that we're going to feature what we call the lightning lunch.
Okay.
And we want to be able to get folks in there from the DOE, from the government center, and from the other various businesses in Malden Square to be able to come in, have something great to eat, sit down, enjoy our amenities, and be out within 20 minutes, half hour.
Okay, now our administration is built on social media. Tell us about Fiz-Eds. Do you have a
I'll turn that
Facebook
over
page,
to-
Twitter page? Do you have a
We're on
website?
Facebook.
What's the
Fizz-Eds is on Facebook, and to be honest with you, I'm not on Facebook, so I couldn't tell you. But I think if you look it up, it comes up.
Fizz-Eds, okay,
Right.
yeah.
We're also on Twitter. It's FIZZ_EDZ.
Great.
So
And then
we're
the
always-
website's coming out
And the
next week?
website will be out probably next week. It's www.fizzedsburgerbar.com.
Great.
So those are some things that we have coming, and again, it's all about fun and entertainment.
Yeah,
over at
absolutely,
Fizz-Eds,
and
so.
that's what I could use a lot more of, believe me, after the first 5 months in office. Tell us, final question, what made you choose Malden?
Well, I mean, I think that's probably an easy one for Johnny and I. We're both
Right.
Malden guys. We own businesses in Malden. Obviously, most people know that I'm a school administrator in Malden. It's a place that, certainly both of us have invested an awful lot of time. Our families are here. My wife owns a business in Malden. My daughter owns a business
Right.
in Malden. So it's a place that, we feel is a great investment. Lifelong Malden people, this is the place to be. And, Malden is up and coming. It is going to be, the place to be for food and entertainment. And it's right around the corner, so we wanted to be able to get in on that at cutting edge.
Well, I just want to say on behalf of the city, thank you for choosing, Malden to make this investment, and we look forward to working with you. There's a lot coming up. Just today we introduced to the businesses Malden's newest downtown cop, beat cop,
Yep.
Ryan Fortier. So we actually went by Fiz-Eds, and now we're looking to redo the street. So there's a lot of activity coming up, and we're lucky to have you part of it. So thank you for coming down.
Thank you.
And please call on us if there's anything we can do, but one thing please never do, always keep the black bean burger on the menu, all right? I think we
Consider
wrote
it
that
done.
in. Didn't we write that into the permit? All right. Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
All right, best of luck,
Appreciate
all right?
it. All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Okay. All right, that was Fiz-Eds. Oh. Good evening, we're back, and now we're going to show and have a discussion with my little best friends. Now, I ask all of you to say that 5 times fast. My little best friends, my little best friends. First time I tried to get the name, I was always doing it in the reverse. My best little friends and my friends' best little. So we're honored to have you here. We have Hilda and we have Tracy.
Thank
And you opened up, when was it?
you. February 28th.
And again, for the viewers, what is the address?
384 Main Street.
So we're at the corner of Exchange and Main,
Correct.
and I happened to get a couple of tours of the new facility, and I know for myself, I was impressed with the amount of work that you did, to get the place ready for the grand opening. So maybe talk a little bit about, of all the cities and towns, the 351 in Massachusetts, what made you choose Malden and what went into the renovation of the facility?
Malden is a great city. It has a great diversity, different people, bilingual and everything. So something that it really caught my attention, it was a billboard that I read once that it says that Malden is a great place to raise your child. So I believe that. I think it's a really beautiful city, very family oriented. And for me that was important because I wanted to create a center where it's family oriented,
Right.
So if the city is friendly, so then that's the message that we wanted to pass along.
Okay.
You know?
You feel the same?
Yes, definitely. I think that our philosophy is to create a family-friendly atmosphere for the children where they want to be, feel free to come and learn and be excited about coming to
And
school.
it seems to be already working, because I thought the first day, how many clients did you have? How many kids?
The first 2-3 weeks it was
Yeah,
two
two
students.
students.
And now you have,
21.
that's a
Yeah.
great return.
Yeah. In
Mike
September,
Dodd.
we have a bunch of kids that they are
Yeah.
coming to start with us, so
That's
that's great.
fantastic,
We are
yeah.
planning to open 2 more classrooms in September.
Now, speaking of the classrooms, I thought fascinating as well. What are you teaching the kids? I know one thing you mentioned to us was the focus on the languages. What languages are you teaching these young
We
kids?
teach American Sign Language, Spanish, and also Mandarin.
Okay. And do you plans to add others, or what
Oh,
made
yeah.
you select those languages?
We definitely plan on adding more,
Okay.
and just because right now the staff, the teachers that we currently employ speaks those language.
Okay.
So we are planning on bringing in more diversity in the center, and as more diversity of teachers, we'll promote more different languages as well.
Okay. All right. You feel the same?
Yeah,
Okay.
totally.
Oh. So keep talking. So, as you can tell, I'm new at this, right? I'm usually on the other side. So, but tell us what the level of investment was in the facility. Yeah, you at liberty to say, or have you put a lot of work into
Oh,
it?
we did
Yeah, I mean
a
the
lot.
colors itself. What made you pick the different colors?
Well, we wanted to do the rainbow. Rainbow for teachers is a sign of multilingual. Is
Okay.
diversity, is different colors on people, on kids, on Matisses, on everything, So that's the reason why we choose the color of the rainbow. And we did invest a lot of money. We wanted to create a facility where there's a lot of different areas for the kids to come and learn everything and explore,
Okay.
So we recreate the different classrooms, we changed the ceilings, we changed the colors,
Okay.
we just did a really big investment. Hopefully, we did a big research, and we see what it was the strengths and the weakness in another centers, and we wanted to create a unique
Okay.
center where we are able to teach a bunch of stuff for the kids,
And I know Ron Cochran in my office would kill me if I didn't ask you. You're on social media? Are you on Facebook and Twitter? What are the addresses?
We are definitely on Facebook.
Yep.
We're always posting new information, new, events that's coming up. Recently, we just went to the March of Dimes, which is to help premature or baby that was born with birth defects.
Okay.
So we have raised enough money, and we were there for the walk as well, just this past Saturday.
Okay, and you're on Twitter. And what is the website address?
It's www.mylittlebestfriends.com.
Okay. Well, I know you're generating a lot of interest here in the city. I mean, one day I think we walked in with Congressman Ed Markey, and he too remarked how impressed he was with, how the painting and, the whole layout of the facility came out. So, I know, once again, for us, you make our job easier. So we just want to say thank you for, giving us a chance to, have your business here in Malden. And I know, before you say anything, we're working on that parking situation. Yeah, you have him here. Kevin Duffy's in the studio, so
Yes.
make sure you get another commitment on him when you leave about that parking. But no, I know we're actively
Great.
working on the parking situation.
Thank
We
you.
have the MBTA coming in tomorrow afternoon to see if we can do something with the bus out front, which I
Thank
think would
you.
even further alleviate the concerns around the
Absolutely.
facility.
Yes,
So,
that's
yeah.
our main, parents' main concern.
Right, yeah, so we're on top of that. So
Thank you.
thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank you,
coming
Mayor.
down. Best of luck.
You're
We'll
welcome.
be in to
Thank
see you
you.
soon. All right,
Thank you.
good enough. Okay, we're back, and I think tonight we want to welcome Malden's newest official business. As recent as Saturday morning, we had the grand opening at the Ohm Wellness Center. So with that being said, I want to welcome Jeff Atwood and John Tsou. John, you are the owner of the facility. Well, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
I'll shake your hand and say once again thank you
Thank
for
you.
giving us a chance here in Malden. And, that was a grand opening I'll remember. You had a little bit of everything. You had the dragon dance, the lion dance, in conjunction with Mai Do, Wallam Kung Fu, and Tai Chi Academy. Of course, the one thing that our staff always appreciates, you had food, and then you had music.
Yeah.
And most importantly, you gave us a tour of what I consider to be a great facility. You could tell that you really put some time and effort into preparing us, the business for the city. So you want to talk a little bit about why you chose Malden for the center?
Yes, Malden, like I said, we got this building. We're lucky. It's kind of destiny is blessing.
All right.
And we do know Malden is growing the community, and we're looking forward, growing a business with Malden City and the surrounding area.
Okay. And Jeff, you feel the same?
Oh, absolutely. I think this is everything. Malden's actually pretty new to me. I grew up in California.
Okay.
And so when I heard about it, I went on Google search, looked for Malden, and it said great place to live, great place to raise children, and then it said not much to do. I said, John and I, we can make something to do.
I could tell that Saturday morning. I mean, that was a
Yeah.
great time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us what you offer for the residents that are watching. What are the different parts of the business?
We have a focus in massage and therapeutic body work, but we also have infrared saunas, which are great for blood pressure, skin issues, weight loss. We have endermology, which is an FDA-approved cellulite treatment.
Okay.
We have acupuncture. We're looking at a chiropractor coming in, an esthetician doing microdermabrasion and facials, and then we can, with the saunas and the endermology, we'll have body scrubs and body wraps. So we'll have a large menu of things that can be done for
Good.
like wedding parties and things like that. A
All
whole
right.
afternoon can be spent, and ladies can go out looking good in their dresses.
Okay, great. And what's the addresses?
It's 1 Pleasant Street.
1 Pleasant Street. And
Mhm.
again, what's the phone number and what are the social media sites that people can visit?
The phone number is 781-388-3388.
Mm-hmm.
Good numbers. And then we are on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. OHM is how we're spelling Ohm.
Okay.
So Ohm Wellness Center. So you can find us there. And
Are you on Twitter and do you have a website?
we do have a website, but it was built before I came along, and we're going to be rebuilding it
Okay.
this week, actually.
Okay.
And so it's not updated.
Okay.
And so, but the Facebook page is really the best way to keep in touch with us right now.
Okay.
So next week we'll have a Twitter page and all of that other
Okay.
stuff
And
coming
tell
up.
us about why the name Ohm. Where did that come from?
It's kind of blessing. But like I said, people say, like I said, how do you give a name? Because my wife, is acupuncture.
Oh, okay.
He's a nurse.
Okay.
So sometimes I ask my wife, say, what's the name we're going to put on it? But like I said, how do you get an idea, depends on my eye for spiritual. He said, well, when I say because recent time, my wife's sister come from Tibet.
Okay.
They give you some ohms the
Okay.
music.
Oh, okay.
After you
okay.
feel the music, you feel very relaxed. As my wife say, what you want to keep it warm? You know, relax people, spiritual and feel.
Well, we could all use that.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I just want to reiterate, I thought what a great event that was on Saturday. I mean, you had Mei Hung, you had, again, the Walam Kung Fu and Tai Chi Academy, you had this new business, you had residents. I mean, it really was a good mix of people to welcome in Malden's newest business. So,
We even had a kirtan all the way from 7 to 9 at night, so we stayed up late
wow.
and had a
okay.
great time the entire
Okay.
day.
All right. Well, listen, based on the way I'm going, like I told you, I'm going to need plenty of massages. That's for sure.
I can take care
I'm
of a lot
struggling.
within
yeah.
a short time.
All right, good. I'm going to take you up on that. Well, we want to say thank you for coming down and also for, making Malden your home. We look forward to working with you, and, we'll be there every step of the way with you.
We appreciate it.
All right,
Thank
we'll
you
do.
very much.
Thanks again. All right, John.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Again, it's interesting to have the new businesses here in one forum tonight because, every couple weeks we might go around and see a new business and then another couple weeks, but to have them all here in this 1 hour forum, it's a reminder of, what people are saying, and that is Malden does have a lot of potential. And that is the same for this next business, one of Malden's newest, Coldwell Banker. They are located in Maplewood Square. And tonight we have Carla, Dongo, and we have Juan, Pabon.
Yes.
So we want to welcome you here to the Malden Zone. And
you.
also we want to reiterate our gratitude to you for establishing your new business here in the city of Malden. So welcome.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks for coming. So let's talk a little bit about what prompted you to make this investment here in Malden.
Well, when we were looking around different cities, we just liked the potential that Malden had. It's going through so many positive changes that we just felt that it was right for our business. There's so many things happening. For instance, all those new developments that are in the works.
Right.
A lot of long-term, steady growth of real estate.
Mhm.
The accessibility to different major highways and 2 train stations. So all of that just made us feel that this is the right place to be. And most importantly, because local businesses have that open line communication with city officials.
Right.
So that really made us feel that this is where we can probably grow and expand.
Right.
Where there's an open line of communication, it only helps local businesses grow. So
Oh, well said. I don't have to put you in the mayor's office. Thank you. Talk about, let's talk about what the business offers. What is Coldwell Banker? What can they do for the residents of Malden? What do you specialize in?
We specialize in residential, but
Okay.
also commercial. But what we offer, besides a big brand name back in Coldwell Banker, we're family-owned, family-operated.
Okay.
So that's the service you're going to get. And when we negotiate with other companies, they see Coldwell Banker. So just right there, we get the respect. So with the respect negotiating with other companies, and then the care that we take care of you as a family member, I don't think it gets any better than that.
Okay, and tell us what you're seeing out there. It's been a couple
Well-
weeks or a month or so. What's the market doing? What are you seeing?
the market is definitely growing. For instance, the last quarter, Malden has property values have appreciated for about 6%. And right now, there's about 155 houses for sale.
Okay.
And last quarter, 100 homes sold. So we've seen a lot of movement out there. It's definitely going upward.
Okay. Tell us, are there any other services? Well, let's first get back. I want to make sure people know how can they find you? How can they reach you? What is the website address? And
cbmalden.com.
cbmalden.com and Facebook. Are you on Twitter?
We
or-
are on Facebook and Twitter, Coldwell Banker, First Quality,
Okay.
Facebook and Twitter. What I wanted to just let you know is that our motto in our office is, before you choose the right property, choose the right realtor. Because we really take the time necessary to get to know our clients.
Okay.
and to learn about their hopes, their challenges. And we do deliver a memorable service so that we can establish a long-term relationship with them.
Thinking about giving my seat up to her.
Yeah,
Hey,
she's
you're
awesome.
a great host.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, Kevin
No,
Duffy got the
thank
wrong host.
you.
doesn't he?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Well-
That I'm completely unprepared, but thank you.
You never know it. But that is true then, right? Because a lot of people, you never think of it that way. You know, but having the right realtor can,
It saves a lot of grief.
Okay.
And you'll find your home, and it'll be a good experience, and that's our goal. And
Okay.
also, it's really to inform people, the
Right.
community especially, about short sales, foreclosures. There's a lot of changes in the market, so
Okay.
people need to know what's going on as well. So,
well, once again, I was at the grand opening. I thought it was great. I still have the pictures to prove it. And I want to say thank you on behalf of the city for investing here in Malden. We look forward to working with you. So keep up the great work.
Thank you.
All right,
Very
nice
much.
job tonight. Yeah,
Great.
thank you. All right, we'll do. All right, we're back, and once again, I want to say thank you to Fran Matuccio for giving me my big chance tonight of hosting the Malden Zone. And now we're going to hear from the Indian Bazaar Spicy and Hot Restaurant. And tonight we have Varun Punj, who is representing the restaurant located at 430 Main Street, the
Yes.
site of the former Converse Square restaurant.
Exactly.
So, welcome to the show.
Thank
And
you.
this grand opening was just, I think, last week.
Yes.
And
May 7th.
yeah, and we were just talking yesterday about the great food
Mhm.
that you have in the restaurant part of the store. So tell us a little bit about how this location came into effect.
Well, actually, we've been India Bazaar Spice and Hot. We've been open for the last 12 to 13 years. Right around the corner, we're actually at 517 and 519 Main Street.
Okay.
So we moved to 430 as we saw the unit was double the size. So instead of having it next door, we put both of them together, which was a great idea for the community. They can be conveniently shopping and eating at a restaurant at the same time, as you
Okay.
saw.
Right.
Yeah.
And so how's it going so far?
So far, so good. We've been there for about 2 months, and so far we have attracted different crowds, such
Okay.
as, of course, our Indian community, the American community, the Asian community. Everybody you can name so far
Okay.
love the culture. They want to try out the different spices.
Okay. And do you deliver?
Yes, we do
You
deliver.
Okay,
yes.
so let's talk about what's the phone number? How do people get a hold of you?
Well, we have our website.
What's the website address?
It's called spiceandhotindian.com. And our phone number is 781-321-0490.
And what are the hours?
And we are open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
10 a.m. to 7 days.
7 days a week.
Hard workers, just like me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to be spending some time with you
Yeah.
during this 4-year
Yeah.
term. So tell us what else. What are there? Have you expanded what you're serving in the restaurant part, or is it similar to what you were doing at 517, 519 Main?
Well, actually, the front part of it is a grocery store where
Right.
you can get your local spices,
Right.
Indian food, Indian curries. Actually, you want to homemade curries, if you want to cook at home, frozen food.
Yeah.
And then at the restaurant, where you get the fresh serving of the same exact thing, but you can eat it at the restaurant.
Right. And so, what do you? Are you? Did you used to have the restaurant at the other location?
Yes, it was right next door.
And so, is it similar foods, or have you expanded because you have a bigger,
we
bigger
actually, yeah, we
location?
expanded our variety.
What you serve?
So
yeah.
from we serve from North Indian food to South Indian food as well now.
Okay.
First we were just a pure North Indian restaurant, and now we have such different foods like the chicken tikka masala, the idlis, the dosas, which are very famous in our
You didn't bring any with, did you?
I will next time. Bring them to your office.
No, that's great. Just the fact that you've decided to, take a chance here,
Yes.
because you could have easily, after being in the 500 block of Main Street,
Mhm.
decided to, try another city or town. So,
Yeah.
you know, I know on behalf of the city, we want to say thank you,
No, thank
for
you
giving us a
guys.
chance. We look forward to working with
Yes.
you. And is there anything else you want Facebook?
We'll be soon on Facebook,
Okay.
and we'll post that up on our front store,
Okay,
and
all
people
right.
will know.
Well, say hi to everyone for me,
Yes,
all
I
right?
will.
We'll be back soon.
It's a pleasure.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We're back, and now we have with us Amy Chalmers and her business, Maison Decor.
Yes,
Maison Decor,
right.
got it.
Home decor.
Home Decor is located at 50 Summer Street. And when did you open?
Well, I just opened about a week ago.
Okay,
I was going to wait till June 1st,
All right.
but I got the opportunity to be the retailer for Annie Sloan Chalk Paints, and
Okay.
everybody's calling me, asking can they come get the paint. So it's not 100%
okay.
ready for the grand opening,
Okay.
but people are coming. And
But tell the city about the business. What does it offer? I don't get
well-
out of the office much, so tell me
right.
what.
Okay. Well, I have an interior design background, and I've been doing that for 20 years.
Okay,
And along the way, I've written a popular blog for,
Okay.
that's design based, and got a lot of readers and followers. And then I got the opportunity to use this special paint. We call it magic paint for furniture, decorating paint. And it was made in England, and it just came to the States. So I thought this is a great time to open up a shop so I can showcase what I do, and then also offer the paint to everybody who wants it. And so now I have people from Milton and Dedham and Lexington and Woburn coming to Malden to get their paint. And I'm in a fabulous store. It's an old building, kind of in your old neighborhood,
yeah,
I think.
thinking about turning the keys of the city over to you. I mean, you have people coming from everywhere here for this
Yes,
paint.
that's right.
And what do they use it on? So they would.
Well, it's especially good for no stripping, no sanding, no priming. I did all my kitchen cabinets. Lots of people like to do old, crappy pieces of furniture
Yeah.
and make it look like $1 million.
Mhm.
I'm going to be offering workshops on how to use it because it's sort of like an old school paint. It's a chalk base, and then you do a wax finish on it.
Okay.
So,
And what's the feedback then? People that have used it.
Oh, people are in love with this stuff.
It's
So
the real.
It's really, you can paint your driveway with it. So when you drive by 50 Summer Street, that's chalk paint on the exterior.
Now, what made you choose the city?
Well, I live in Malden,
Okay.
and I was hoping I could find a location that would be close to home, because I have a family life. And I looked around, I looked in Melrose, I looked in Winchester, I looked at a lot of places, and I found this particular location, and I think it's ideally situated. It's close to 93, and it's a diverse neighborhood. The rent's great, and I'm happy with that.
And so you're next to the train station as well. Does that help?
Yeah.
Do you know? Or?
No, I don't really
Most
feel
of them
like
are
my
traveling.
business is a walking,
Okay.
walk-by business. Most people that are coming to my store have located me through either the blog or the Annie Sloan website,
Okay.
and then they just come, and then they a lot of them say, "Oh, you're in my old stomping grounds." So I have that too.
Now, before I forget, how do people reach you?
Well, I do have a website, Maison Decor, as a blog, but you'll be finding me on Facebook,
Okay.
and you can call 781-324-0701 to reach the store.
Okay.
We're open Tuesday through Saturday.
Okay. And what's the website address? MAISON?
Yeah, MaisonDecor.com.
Okay. So MAISONDECOR.com.
Right.
Okay. Great. And is there anything you're looking for from us besides lower taxes? Is there everything going all right with the city?
Well, it was interesting to open up a business there, and I had a lot of neighbors saying, "Oh, they're not going to let you have the sign you want," or "Good luck," and
Yeah.
But I've had nothing but wonderful experience.
You've been
opening
working
up.
with Kevin Duffy, I presume, out
yeah.
of the mayor's
Kevin
office, yeah.
Duffy was the gatekeeper to my experience, and it's all been really well. And then so now I have like a barber down the street, and Frank the barber, and I kind of have my own little plan of revitalizing that whole block.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'll be in
All
touch
right.
with
Careful.
you about that.
Put you on a panel. Put you on a task force. You know how I
I
am with
already
that.
am. I'm on one of yours.
Which one are you doing?
Nice to meet
Which
you.
one are you? Which task force are you doing?
I'm on the small business one about, is it hard to open up a business? And I'm here to say, no, it isn't.
Wow.
But we're going to be comparing how much nicer it is to open up a business in Malden than
Right.
it would be like in Everett or Chelsea or wherever
That's been one
else.
thing we've been trying to do is really make sure we utilize the residents and the businesses on these different task force. You know, I know one
Right.
we're looking at zoning and permitting, you know,
Yeah.
trying to figure out a way that if people do want to come, you know, how do we get them in, you know, as quickly as they want to be. So
Right. I think certain things probably can be easier. I don't know if Kevin gets to help everybody through the process, that's a great thing to
Right,
have.
right.
Because I've never had a retail location.
Right.
You know, I've dealt with my own business for 20 years, but never knew what to do as far as, you know, the exact processes,
Yeah.
and he was really helpful.
My parents always told me first impressions are lasting. So that's why we wanted to have someone, you know, right there at the outset to hopefully
Right.
make an impression on you and others that, you know, we want you here. So
Yeah.
I'm glad it worked, it sounds like.
Yeah,
so.
and I was telling Frank I'd get him his barber pole back outside on
Yeah.
the,
Right.
because I think it adds vintage charm, and so.
We're looking at doing that. I know our office is working on having street performers, you know, in the square
Yeah.
this summer. So we're gonna, you know, try lots of different things to try and make this work.
Yeah,
So,
wonderful.
well, we want to say thank you for giving us a chance, and we look forward to working with you. Do you have a date for a grand opening yet, or?
Probably June 1st,
June
but I
1st.
also want to just let everybody know that besides the chalk paint, I also have, you know, draperies and vintage accessories. I go
Okay.
to a lot of auctions and I buy one-of-a-kind things. So if
Okay.
you're sick of that Home Goods and TJ Maxx, everybody's got it. Come on down to Maison Decor, I'll hook you up.
All right, good enough.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. Nice
thank
seeing
you.
you. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Malden Zone. I'm your host, Gary Christenson, and I am honored once again to join the likes of Joe Panadosi, Ed Lucy, and Fran Matuccio on being tonight's host of the show. Now we're lucky to have Precious Memories, Joyce Doherty, who is with us. Welcome, Joyce.
Thank you so much,
Nice to
Gary.
see you.
Thank
And
so much for having me.
you know, as soon as I saw Joyce come in, it brought back very positive flashbacks about you know, what it takes to really, you know, make the city grow. So tell us a little bit about Precious Memories. I understand you're going to make a move, or you have made a move.
Well, this is our first public announcement. We will be moving from our location on Ferry Street. We've been there 23 years.
And what's the address there again?
117 Ferry Street up until July, August. And we're very proud to say that we're moving to 1256 Eastern Avenue. We have a beautiful 10,000 square feet that we're building out to suit all of our lovely brides. And being here 23 years, we've made so many friends and family here in Malden. And it was very important for us when we found the perfect location that it was right here in Malden.
Great. And so everybody knows the business you specialize in.
We are a bridal and formal fashion bridal shop, full service. We have seamstresses. We take care of them from beginning to end. And we've been honored to be in so many people's lives on one of their most important occasions. And we hope for another 23 years of success. So.
Okay. And tell us why stay in Malden. What made you choose Eastern
Oh,
Ave?
there's so many different reasons, Gary. And you and Kevin have been a big part of our decision. Once we found the perfect location and we were all over the place, we really wanted to stay here because we've made so many friends, and then the support of your administration and helping us through, and just I know when we were going through some difficulties, your office called us and said, Joyce, how can we make your dreams happen? And as the Visa commercial says, that is priceless.
Yep.
So we were very determined to stay here in Malden, and quite happily we found this beautiful place, and we're building it out, and it's all going very well.
And we should also, at this point, I think, credit, is it Joe Salinas, right?
Joe Salinas with Joe's Welding. He's
Yep.
been a very big part of it. He's the owner of the building, and we're trying to work with all Malden contractors. We have Malden Electric with Arthur Skinner. We're working with TEM. They are an energy company to be very efficient and green, and they're doing some of the lighting, and it's all going well. But it
Okay,
takes
great.
a while, like anything, and it's a long process.
And while this is going on, if people want to reach you, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, they can call us at 781-397-1336. We also have a great website that features all of our clothing. It's bestbridalshop.com. We're on Facebook and has our hours on there. Come down and see us anytime. Even if you're not looking for a wedding dress, we have lots of lovely things: shoes, accessories, jewelry.
As I look here, I can't
Conversation.
help but remember the 20th anniversary when I came in with the
Absolutely.
proclamation. I thought you
Absolutely.
thought, and I felt like I might have been a UPS delivery boy. I had my little citation there, and you were just. I remember how appreciative you were, which made me feel great, because a lot of times when we're putting these together, they can be construed as routine, and people see them, but you were really bowled over, and that's the one thing I always remember about that citation.
Well, to have someone as busy as you to come down and recognize one of our achievements meant the world to me.
Yeah.
And that was part of the reasons too when we started looking. We wanted to stay in Malden and get that feeling that we get, that we're cared for here in Malden, that our success is Malden's success, and vice versa.
Right.
Because I see great things happening in the city because of you and your administration, and we're just happy to be a part of it. So,
All right, great.
congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's been a crazy 5 months.
It
but,
has been. It
It's
has
been
been.
easier thanks to businesses like yours. So I want to say
Well, thank you, Gary.
for
Thank you so
continuing
much.
to stick with us. We're going to
It's a
stick with
pleasure
you.
and an honor.
All
really,
right,
truly.
thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity.
All right, we'll do. Best of luck. Well, I don't know if I should speak or eat. We are fortunate at this point to have the Corner Cafe here on the Malden Zone. Mr. and Mrs. Belkessa are with us, and good evening and welcome to our show. And thank you for the food. I don't know if I'll ever leave the studio tonight. So tell us a little bit about the business, where you're located, of course. First things first.
Our address is 281 Cross Street.
281 Cross, and you're at the corner of Cross and Henry?
Yes.
Is it? Yep. Okay, and how long have you been there?
For a month now.
Okay,
Yeah, we opened on Patriots Day.
okay. And what made you choose the city of Malden?
Well, we live here, and we said that we have to introduce our food and our business to them, to where we live, not somewhere else.
Okay.
And the city of Malden is a great city and has a lot of diversity of people, and we want to work with everybody.
Okay, and tell us what you offer. What does the cafe specialize in?
Usually it's pastries, it's French pastries,
Okay.
French and traditional
North African.
North
North
African.
African.
North
You do,
African.
and you do lunch and dinner, is it?
Yes.
Okay,
We have soups and sandwiches, and we make everything from scratch.
okay,
We use little processed food,
all right,
and we have a lot of variety for vegetarian too.
okay. After my own heart. How often are you open? What are the days and times?
We
7 days a
open
week.
7 days a week.
Okay,
We do breakfast on weekends.
okay.
Yeah.
What time's that?
On the weekends we open 7:30 until 7:30 at
Okay.
night. Yeah, 7
Okay.
a.m. until
Okay.
7 p.m. And on the weekdays, 7:30 a.m. until 9:30 p.m.
Okay. And rumor has it on the street, you already have a regular customer in the name of Lieutenant Kevin Mullis?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's
Yes,
one
he
of our
visits
best.
there frequently?
Yeah.
He's our best guy ever.
Okay.
He's
Now, can you
He's-
let the city in on what his likes and dislikes are? What's he get when he comes in? Is he a coffee drinker? Is he tea?
He's a decaf drinker.
Decaf. All right.
yeah.
Okay.
And,
He is full of energy, so he doesn't need the caffeine.
Yeah, and
Yes.
he likes chicken, everything light.
Yeah.
So that's why he likes our place, because everything is
Fresh
light.
and light. Yeah, that's great. Okay.
Me and
And-
my wife, we call him a piece of muscle.
From head to toe.
Yeah, no
Not
doubt.
fat free.
Well, like you, he really cares about
Yeah,
the city.
That's
and,
that's good. That's a big. You
Yeah.
know, you need a guy like him He cares about you know, his job, and the first thing he said, I'm tempted, but I cannot have it because of my job. I want him to be in a good shape, which it's a pleasure to see a guy like him.
Right, I knew his commitment to you on Friday night when I asked him to meet me on an issue that was going on in the city, and he told me to report to the Corner Cafe. So
Yeah.
that's where we had the meeting, as
Yeah.
you know. So, and tell us about your wonderful family. Can't go on without talking about them. Those kids
we have
are beautiful.
4 kids, 2
beautiful.
girls and 2 boys.
Yeah.
They go
Thank
to
you.
Selmwood School.
Yep.
And
Make sure you
there's-
tell your daughter we fixed
we
that
fixed
tot
it,
lot.
Yeah.
Did she check?
I don't know. I'm gonna
Ask
check
her.
with her.
Yeah, we fixed it the next day thanks to the Department of Public Works. They were there that weekend.
And I was
Yeah, thank you
amazed
so much.
how you did act and talk to her and took note right
Yes, I
away.
know.
And
Don't
it was-
remind me. I think I have it here.
It was
Let's
just,
see.
yeah,
Making some progress here.
yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's it.
There it is.
That's her drawing.
Yeah, yeah, that's the drawing, right.
That's the
That's the
drawing
top
right
lot right
there.
there, yeah. So we think it's fixed. Have her let us know if it isn't. We'll get right back
Sure.
on it.
Okay.
So, what about a website or a phone number if people wanted to call and learn more about your new business?
Our phone number is 781
Yep.
388 7000.
Okay,
And email address is maldencornercafe@yahoo.com.
okay,
We don't have a website yet because we're just new.
okay.
Even with the menu, we don't have menu yet because we're still looking what people want.
Okay,
And we're just making a nice repertoire.
okay, great.
Yeah.
All right, well, we want to say thank you for
Thank you so
coming
much.
down and
Thank you,
do we have to
appreciate-
return these or can we?
No,
No,
it's
All
all
right, 'cause I see,
yours.
I see Fran
Yeah.
Matuccio, he's eyeing.
Yeah.
What's this here?
This is like a puff pastry with cream inside and apricot. Apricot is like a staple in Algeria. It's
Okay.
very known. And I want people to know about our culture.
Okay.
That's why we choose Malden. We love
That's
it.
great.
Yeah.
Right. Who needs
Malden
dinner?
is the best
All right,
city
good.
ever, yeah.
Well, thank you very
Thank
much
you
once
so
again.
much.
We'll be
Thank
down to
you.
see you soon,
Thank
all
you
right?
so much.
All right,
Hope so.
thank you.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you.
Thank
That was the Corner Cafe located at 281 Cross Street. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Malden Zone, and I believe we're nearing the end, and I can't think of a better way to near the end than with the person who some say is holding the future of Malden in his hands. Let me first say welcome, Alexander Buck,
Greetings.
Baseball Field of Dreams.
Absolutely.
And we are honored to have you here. I know for myself as a new mayor, can't think of a better way to start the term than with the excitement that you've generated by the possibility of a ballpark in the downtown area. So why don't you talk a little bit about, I know everywhere we go, you know, we get asked, what's going on? What's the latest? How are the negotiations going? Can you fill the community in as to where you stand
Sure.
with the project?
Sure. Well, first, I'd like to say that we are so pleased to be here. We really do. We see Malden as a perfect site, and as people who have attended the public hearing heard, we literally have spent 5 years looking for a perfect site, and the location here is absolutely ideal with the subway stop nearby, the parking garages that are empty at nights and weekends, and the amazing community and the range of people here and the enthusiasm are very, very positive for us. And we literally waited for 3 years till National Grid finally has made its effort to move off the site.
Okay.
We are in the midst of a negotiation process with that National Grid for a lease for the property, having been designated by the Redevelopment Authority. We had a public hearing, and I would say to folks, we have a website, maldenballpark.com,
Great.
on which they can see and the hearing was a 2.5-hour hearing. I think only a family member would want to watch the whole thing, but each speaker has a clip so they can go on and watch just you, just me. They can go on and watch our finance person, our person talking about traffic, our person talking about the economic impact in the city. We have so people can see exactly what they want to see, a very detailed presentation. We have a website. We'll have an opportunity very soon that people can sign up to get on a mailing list for us there.
Okay.
So we are in the midst of negotiating with National Grid about their land and the conditions under which they're leaving. The parcel has some environmental issues
Sure.
from its past history as a manufactured gas facility, and they will keep the ownership and will lease it to us, and they have some environmental cleanup to do. We are the perfect solution for the parcel in that you put a cap on it and then we build up. And they continue to do some monitoring and that, setting that up. We're having great cooperation from them in figuring out how to do their monitoring and our construction. We also are, as people know, there are 3 parcels on the Charles Street side of the parcel that we are have started the process of talking to the owners there. We actually first met with them in 2008,
Sure.
but we are about to make them each offers on the parcels, and we'll
Okay.
see where that takes us. And
Okay.
and they, initially are a little skeptical, and we understand that. We've been talking to them for 4 years.
Sure.
It's now time to make a real offer, and we'll see where that takes us. But
And I know we probably shouldn't go any further without thanking Congressman Ed Markey. I know he's been a big believer in what you're trying to do here in Malden.
Congressman Markey has been an immense supporter from the beginning, and his support, both behind the scenes and in front of the scenes at the public hearing, you can also see what he said there. He has said, several times, and it is, I think, we take it as a responsibility that he sees this as a project that can have more impact in his congressional district than any other project he's been
Right,
involved in,
right.
and we will do everything we can to meet that promise.
Yeah, and I know for myself, I've been involved now 10 plus years in public service, and this is one of those projects that, there were very few cons on my balance sheet. It's going to be union built. You're talking about utilizing the residential employment monitoring ordinance.
Yep.
You're talking about having local food vendors play a part in this. You're
Talking
talking
about
about a
jobs.
tot lot.
There'll be a-
No cost to the city. Really, you spent a lot of time, I presume,
Well, we
putting
spent a
this
lot of
together.
time. We've looked at I've visited over 30 minor league stadiums around the country in the last 5 years, and we've taken the best elements from each, and we really think this will be, one of the best stadiums that exist anywhere in the country. And the real goal for folks, and if you're a sports fan, you'll have a great time, I can assure you of that. But the goal is that it's affordable family entertainment. It's where you can take a family of 4, spend $100, have food, souvenirs, ticket, spend $100, have a great time, and that the sports fans will love what they see. But the non-sports fans, there will be a variety of food choices. There will be, if you want to do an all-you-can-eat fixed price thing, so you know what you're spending. But there will be things for the kids. There'll be the ability to walk the entire stadium 360, which I think for when you have a 3 and a 4 and a 5-year-old kid and they get a little fidgety after a few innings, you
Right.
can walk around. There'll be both a tot lot, but there also will be children's games and rides or things you jump on, the big blow-up things that they will change every homestand, so it'll be different when people come back. And then there will be both full-time jobs, but over 100 jobs when the season is going.
Incredible.
For folks to work both in concessions and as ushers and sales things and a variety of things. So there'll be employment pieces.
And I know what also has the interest of the residents here in the city is that you're not done with baseball. There's the possibility where there could be concerts and movie nights and sleepovers for the kids and
Absolutely,
you name
absolutely.
it, right?
There
You're
has
open.
there have been. We're very much looking at the surface of the field is going to be a field turf surface. We've talked to the baseball folks, and there are 4 major league stadiums that have field turf, and field turf has become a really great surface. It's what the Patriots went from grass to field turf, and a number of colleges have moved to field turf because you actually get a better bounce, and it's not as hard and burning. It's very consistent surface now, and so which means that when other people use the field, besides us, it's not damaging the field. That was the problem the Patriots had. When people were playing, when the Patriots weren't there, the field got very damaged, and that's why the Patriots had to change to a field turf field. So once it's a field turf field, the facility can be used, the field can be used, for local community events and for local soccer and football and baseball games and things of that nature. So it will be above and beyond that. We very much do look at having some concerts. That'll of course be under the regulation of your ordinances, and there'll be all sorts of working with the city on that. But we will. But there is a whole tour of operators who bring artists around to minor league stadiums around the country, and it will be great to have that be something that people can do on an affordable basis in Malden and not have to go elsewhere.
Okay, now I know a lot of residents also ask us, if everything goes well, when could you be in the ground and when could be opening day?
Well, we are looking to have we're in right now, we're negotiating on the
Sure.
terms of it. We are at the same time working on permitting, but until you have a lease, you can't file for a lot of permits and things of that nature.
Sure.
But we're hoping to go through the permitting process this fall and through the year, and there are zoning issues, which will be opportunities for public hearings and important comment. And I would just say, as somebody who's attended lots of public hearings and been part of lots of processes in the past, as an observer, as a resident, the public process improves things. I totally believe you end up with a better result by the process of public hearings and being both preparing for them and taking people's questions. And so we look forward to those processes, which we see happening in the fall.
Yes.
And then our goal is to have a financing where we close and raise the roughly $50 million that is necessary to build the stadium and purchase the team. And that we see happening next spring. The next thing that will happen after that is there's the remediation work that has to be done on the National Grid, who's responsible for the environmental issues that have been caused over 50, 60 years of usage. They have to do their environmental work to effectively cap the project. We don't know all the details, and we're working with them on that. So we
Okay.
don't know how long that will take. But there will be work starting there, we believe, next spring, and that will be a part of the process. Once that's completed, then we will start construction. We are doing everything we can to try and have an opening pitch in the spring of 2014, 2 years from now. So our goal is 2 years from now. It will really depend on how quickly we're able to get the National Grid remediation work done. But
Okay.
we believe there is a path to that happening. There also is a path that it could be the spring of 2015, but we're doing everything we can because it costs more no matter what you do if it takes an extra year.
Yeah.
And so we want it to get going. And obviously during construction, there will be, as I say, the construction jobs and where there'll be a Malden emphasis and it will be a union project.
Right.
Obviously beyond that, when we open, there will be the priority to Malden residents for the jobs that will exist at the stadium.
Right. And then also, let's assure the residents too, you and I made a commitment back in the, I think it was February, that we will be back with them, at some point here to, have another hearing with them and make sure we cover all the questions that they had back in the winter.
And obviously a very important issue is traffic,
Right.
and we understand that. We have hired the best traffic consultant in the country, and a superb consultant who's done work in Malden before, at Malden River's Edge, but is thought of as within New England as being the best person who works in this market and understands traffic issues, a guy named Rick Bryant, and he's been retained by us and is already had a number of meetings with folks from the planning and the traffic department and meeting with the police chief, I think on Friday, the chairman of the traffic commission. And that process moving forward, there will be exhaustive process for folks to both look at materials in advance
Right.
on our website, and I'm sure on your website, and then for there to be a hearing and to incorporate those comments.
Okay. Well, we got to wrap up.
Okay.
Too early to say any names. I think you're leaving it up to the
Well,
kids, right? To name the team.
the naming, you absolutely, the year before you open, you do a process and you let the public
That's
pick the
great.
name. It's a
I know
great
the kids
thing.
are
And
excited
there are
about
lots
it.
of
Yeah.
lots of ideas we've heard
All right.
floating around. We'll see how that all goes.
All right. Well,
So,
thank you very
okay.
much. It's been a great 5 months, and we look forward to working with you.
All right, thank you very much.
All right.
Take
Thank
care.
you. And thank you, everyone, for being with us tonight.
Leaving the zone.
says, the rock says,
careful, it's very slippery.
Go this way. The rock says,